up, everybody? It's your boy C-Money back with another video, and today we got to talk about Friday Night Smackdown from 2 nights ago. Friday Night Smackdown, yes. But first, I just have to say I'm sorry because there was no NXT reactions again this week. That's my bad. You know, a lot of personal and family stuff was going on in the past coming days, so that's my bad. A lot of stuff was going on, but I can promise you that next week NXT reactions are going to be back, just like Raw reactions and SmackDown reactions. It'll be back full time, I promise you that, because we got the Great American Bash. NXT is going to start. It's a 2-week special, so the first week is next week, so or this week. Yeah, so I promise you that this week NXT reactions are going to be back. It's going to be awesome, guys. I can't wait. This week's going to be great. But today, though, we had to talk about SmackDown from 2 nights ago. Yes, because, guys, I said SummerSlam is right around the corner, and this was more build-up, right? So let's talk about it. So first, SmackDown opened up with, you know, the Bloodline start talking to Nick all this because Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa are involved in the #1 Contenders tag team gauntlet match to find out the #1 contenders for the tag team titles. But Tonga Loa got injured last week. His eye got injured from Kevin Owens last week, so he had to be. So Nick Aldis is like, well, you guys are gonna have to forfeit the thing, and they're like, nah, because Jacob Fatu stepped in, and him and Tama Tonga he's gonna take Tonga Loa's spot. So then Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu will be in the tag team gauntlet match, which they end up winning, obviously. And it was kind of the only thing is that, you know, because it's a gauntlet match, so they were the last team to enter. I mean, I would have rather had them enter first and just beat all the rest of the teams because they're the strongest team. But, you know, but it is what it is. It was cool, though, because you had the Street Profits, and they started, and they made it all the way to the end against the Bloodline, and then the Bloodline beat them. So, because the Street Profits beat the OC, beat Pretty Deadly, beat Legado de Fantasma, beat Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin. Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin started and beat Legado de Fantasma, yeah. So Street Profits entered second, or third, I guess you could say. But they still lasted all the way till the end and then lost to the Bloodline, so. And, you know, you kind of feel bad for DIY because they just won the belts, and next week the Bloodline are going to get their shot. And you know the Bloodline are going to take the belts. I mean, come on. Like, Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. Yeah, no, you ain't. Jacob Fatu could take the belts on his own, man. Like, so I kind of feel bad for DIY because they just won the belts like a few weeks ago, and now they're going to lose them to the Bloodline. But, hey, it is what it is. But then we had a LA Knight take on Santos Escobar and beat him again. I mean, I'm saying, like, Santos just talks all that crap, bro, to LA Knight. And LA Knight even said, like, let's teach him a little history, because this is not the first time I've dropped this guy on his head and beat him 1, 2, 3. LA Knight's beaten Santos Escobar so many times. And Santos keeps coming back, bro. But Logan Paul got involved in the match, trying to distract LA Knight, but it didn't matter. LA Knight still picked up the victory. But then Logan Paul attacked him afterwards, and Santos jumped in, and they did a 2-on-1 assault. Logan Paul nailed him with the frog splash, and says, because, you know, SummerSlam is going to be in his hometown, so next week, like, because next week it's going to be SmackDown and SummerSlam in the Cleveland Browns, stadium. So SmackDown's going to be in Cleveland as well, and Logan Paul's going to have a nice homecoming next week, so we're going to see how that goes next week. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then we had we talked about that. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill called out Alba Fire and Isla Dawn because they want their tag team titles back. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn tried to do a sneak attack, but Jade and Bianca fought them off. And Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are going to defend the titles against them next week on SmackDown. And then we also have them defending it at the Great American Bash against Last Legend and Jakara Jackson. So that's going to be good too. And then, we talked about that, the gauntlet. And then last week, Terrence Crawford, the #1 best pound-for-pound boxer in the world right now, who at the same day at SummerSlam, August 3rd, he's facing, I forget what his name is, but he has a big boxing match, the same day as SummerSlam, so that's cool for him. He helped out Cody Rhodes last week when Grayson Waller and Austin Theory were attacking him. Terrence Crawford handed Cody Rhodes a chair because he was in the crowd. So then Grayson Waller and Austin Theory came out and were all upset, and they called out Terrence Crawford. They're like, "We know you're back there. Come out and apologize to the greatest tag team in the world right now." So, there goes out Terrence Crawford, right? And again, because they keep teasing, because, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, the tensions between them have been growing, because Austin Theory keeps taking the bullet for Grayson Waller, or Grayson Waller keeps, just leaving Austin Theory to get hurt, and they lost their tag titles to DIY. They lost in their championship rematch. Grayson Waller just let Jacob Fatu freaking destroy Austin Theory. Ran right through him, and he just ran away. So the tensions are just growing. And then again, it happened because Grayson Waller's like, "Yeah, if you take one step closer, my boy Austin Theory's gonna knock you out." And Austin Theory's like, "What? And then Terrence Crawford, boom, sacks Austin Theory right in the mouth. And Grayson Waller again gets out of there, helps Austin Theory out of the ring. But just lets Grayson Waller lets Austin Theory get hit again. So they keep teasing this face turn of Austin Theory. We all want it to happen, and I'm just waiting for it to happen, because it's got to. I mean, Grayson just keeps letting Austin Theory get hit, bro. It keeps happening. And then we had Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax defeated Michin and Bayley in a tag match. And then, that's the other thing, because, well, first of all, we talked about last week, Bayley, destroyed, dented Tiffany Stratton's briefcase, and it was all taped up this week and everything. And Nia Jax said how she's going to get Tiffany a new one, which we knew was going to happen, because at the Money in the Bank press conference, Tiffany was saying how, "Oh yeah, I want to decorate it, I want to make it pink, blah, blah, all that." So we knew it was coming, but it hasn't happened yet. So we're like, all right, when is this new briefcase going to show up? And Nia Jax said, "Look, I'm gonna get you a new one." So we know it's coming. We know that this new, pink, or glitter, whatever briefcase it's going to be, we know it's coming. Well, think pink like Tiffany Stratton. So we know it's coming soon. And that's the other thing, though, is that what's Tiffany going to do? Because her and Nia are friends, but Nia's facing Bayley for the Women's Championship at SummerSlam. Is Tiffany going to cash in on her best friend, Nia Jax? Or just cash in on Bayley? Who knows? Because Io Sky cashed in last year at SummerSlam, so is Tiffany going to cash in this year at SummerSlam? We'll find out. But Then they had an exclusive interview with This is the last thing, yes. They had an exclusive interview with Cody Rhodes, because he wasn't there live because of the whole Japan tour that was going on. So he was away. He couldn't be there live, but he had an interview talking about how, just Solo, the Bloodline, everything that was going on. He's like, "Look, I thought I was done with the Bloodline after WrestleMania beating Roman Reigns, but then Solo and this new Bloodline came along." So, and he challenged Solo to be on Smackdown next week, face-to-face, one-on-one. So no Bloodline, which again, and then at the end of the show, Solo accepted that challenge. He's like, "I will see you next week. But no Bloodline. Sure. But again, though, next week, guys, we know it, because Solo, again, called out Roman Reigns. He's like, "If Roman Reigns has anything to say about that, or blah, blah, whatever, then he will show, if he wants to show up, he will acknowledge me." All that. Solo, you don't know what you're doing, man. Because, it's not just Roman, it's also Jimmy. I'm thinking that maybe next week, SmackDown, we get Jimmy, and then SummerSlam, we get Roman. It's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen. I just know it. And So yeah, so Cody said, Solo, meet me next week one-on-one, face-to-face, no one else around. Solo accepts. So next week it's going to happen. But are they really going to be alone? Or, yeah. Solo is not going to be alone. The Bloodline's going to be there 100%. But Cody's going to have something up his sleeve, like Jay, Jimmy, Roman, he's going to have something up his sleeve, so don't you worry about that. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my Smackdown reactions. And yeah, as I said, guys, SummerSlam is right around the corner. I cannot wait. And yeah, let's go, guys. We're right there. And yes, as I said, I'm sorry for no NXT reactions last week, but it's all good because they'll be back full time this week. Same thing with Raw reactions, SmackDown. Yep, it's all back. So, and there will be NXT reactions this week. I can promise you that. And yeah, so we got Raw reactions, NXT reactions, SummerSlam predictions. So it'll probably be like Tuesday Raw reactions, Wednesday NXT reactions, Thursday or Friday, it'll be SummerSlam predictions. Saturday, like morning or like early afternoon, it'll be SmackDown reactions. And then either probably like Sunday morning, or Sunday afternoon, I'll have SummerSlam reactions up. So that'll probably be the schedule. But I'll let you guys know in the coming days if anything changes. But that's the layout so far. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. It's going to be great. I thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe for more, and C Money is out.